Alright, so I guess this is kind of like a first test. I really, I've been thinking about starting a channel for a while, and it's just to the point. I just really don't like working for the man, so I'm gonna, give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. Um, my thoughts are kind of like what I'd like to do is I'd like to talk about a little bit of life philosophy, my interpretation of how the world works and how society works and people interact with each other and such. But I'd like to build things. I'd like to, channel a little Adam Savage in here. And I think that, I'd like to talk about financing crypto because as part of philosophy, I think financial independence comes a big part of that. So that's definitely going to fit in here. And maybe a little bit of like light news, unbiased kind of thing. I don't think I'll focus too much on that, but if I see something that I think that people definitely should be aware of and I have the opportunity to share it, then I will. But I'll probably stay a little bit further from that as long as things aren't too crazy. And then maybe a little bit of movies, a little bit of movie reviews and discussing film and things about that. Because, I think that the core aspect is really dissecting the philosophy and the spirituality of everyday life. And you can kind of talk about anything in that lens. I think every movie can shed some light on any kind of spiritual, fundamental, philosophical thought process. So it'd be interesting to kind of take a look into that and just see what people think about it. But that's kind of my hope. I'm probably just going to start off with like the greater philosophical ideals that resonate with me and that I think I should dive a little bit into and talk about so that maybe people who don't have an understanding can have an understanding and whatnot. And then as people like what I'm putting out, things start to grow, or it's cheap. It doesn't cost me any money to talk about philosophy and what I think about the universe. So we'll start there. But if I happen to get some more money in my pocket, a little change in the purse, then I'll probably end up. I'd love to do some little restorations. I think this stuff is very calming for me. Movie props, anything like that calls to me a lot. So I'd like to put some of that on here eventually. But for now, we'll just kind of stick with through my short stint on this earth what I have discovered about how it works and what other people have discovered before me that I feel is correct from where I currently stand. And then we'll just see how it goes.